Hey, so I want to talk to you today about writing your story and having a story to use when anybody ever asks you, so what is your story? How did you get into Beachbody? And why are you a coach? Because you need to be ready to answer that question, and it needs to be more than just, well, it seemed like a good opportunity because each and every one of us have a story, and our stories are so important to what we do and who we are and how people identify us as coaches and people who can help them. And so something that I learned um, in at Summit this week is just how to tell your story, and I thought it was so good, and I wanted to share it with you. Um, and I think that this is something that you have to put together as soon as possible because you have to know how to tell your story, and you have to know what to say when somebody asks you this. So before I tell you my story and before I kind of give you my version and what mine looks like, um, I want to tell you how to create it. There's 4 different steps. Okay. Okay. So first things first. Number one, you need to share your background. What is your story? What is it that led you to the point that you're at today? Could it have been a bad experience with weight loss or gaining a lot of weight as a younger version of yourself? Does it look like maybe something tragic that happened in your life or something that you just knew you needed to change? What is your story? Where did it all begin? And number two, what don't you like about it? What is it that was not good about your story that has led you to want to change by becoming a coach, by starting a Beachbody workout program? So you need to explain what you didn't like about your background. Number three is, how did Beachbody come to your rescue? Why did you become a coach? What is it that you saw about coaching that you knew that you needed to change your story and to change your background? Number four, what does your future look like? What does your coaching future look like? Your health. What you have to explain what you want your health to look like from this point going forward, and how Beachbody has changed that. What are the changes that you're seeing that have positively influenced your life and that are going to positively influence your future? So, with those 4 things in mind, I just wanted to read my story to you. And here's the thing, you really need to keep it short, quick, and to the point. It can't be, paragraphs upon paragraphs. It really needs to be something that you can explain quickly to somebody. They call it like an elevator pitch. You kind of have to have your story short enough to where if you were on an elevator ride with somebody and you needed to share your story, you could do it. So, here's mine. My story started when I began my modeling career back in high school. My body was under constant watch and criticism, and all I knew was skinny. That's all I knew. And I wasn't accepted otherwise in the modeling industry, so therefore I felt I wasn't accepted. This led me to develop unhealthy habits, and I then became kind of out of control with my eating habits by binging and then being really upset and regretting it and doing the other extremes. My unhealthy body at this point made me feel unaccepted and unwanted when I ended up gaining weight. Beachbody took the torture out of working out because I fell in love with them. It allowed me to connect to a community who accepted me the way that I was. I want to help other people feel accepted and loved no matter what they look like. I want to share my knowledge and experience with them. Because of Beachbody, I have confidence in helping people and can share my passion with others. It's the perfect fit for those who feel like they don't fit in, and you are accepted here. So that's my story. I could shorten it even more if I wanted to, if I just had, just a quick minute to explain it. But that is my story condensed, and I want you to find your story. I want you to write it out. I want you to put it on paper. I want you to memorize it. I want you to have it right there so that at any given moment you can share your story with somebody and hopefully inspire them and get them motivated to want to make a story of their own. And so use your story. You hear it, especially if you're a new coach, you've heard this over and over. Share your story. If you're just getting into the business, share your story because that's what people click with and that's what they respond to. And you have to share it in order for people to really understand why you're doing what you do. So your story is vital. So I want you to take some time today or tomorrow or as soon as you can this week to write down your story using those 4 points that I gave you at the beginning, and create it, share it, And like I said, memorize it, have it ready to go. But you have to have your story, know it, own it, be passionate about it. Don't be afraid to share it because you have no idea how many lives can be changed by you sharing your story. And that one person who desperately needs to hear that they're not alone in their situation. And you could be that person that changes their life because of your story. So don't be afraid, own it, be confident, and use it.